Shelley Lewis is the latest Karen, and she's from Dana Point, California. And she is bothered by the fact that there is an order that you need to wear a face mask when you're out in public, especially when you go to supermarkets like Gelson's. So here she is making a big deal about it and arguing that she has some sort of health condition that prevents her from wearing a mask.
Do humbly apologize, but Gelson's is not allowing any customer or employee inside the store without a mask.
Okay, so I need to talk to a manager because...
Absolutely humbly go get a manager.
Yeah.
For you. Would you like to take over?
Awesome.
If not, we can provide you with one.
I'm not wearing a mask.
Okay, understood.
Perfect.
Just a moment.
Go ahead. Hi, I have a medical condition that I'm not allowed to wear a mask, and I'm not required by HIPAA rules and regulations to disclose that.
Okay, can we shop for you?
So, what does that look like? I have private things I want to get that maybe I don't want you to
Shop
see.
for you, but I can't let you in the store without a mask.
Okay, so where's the regulations that state that?
The regulations?
Yeah.
Because
you're discriminating against me now. Do you know that? You're discriminating against me.
We can help you.
No, because I have private stuff that I don't want you to see.
Then you can call corporate office, but I can't help you.
Okay, well you guys can get a lawsuit because you can't discriminate.
I'm trying to help you, but I'm
No,
not
you can't. How's that helping when you're gonna do shopping for me? I'm gonna give you my bank information. How do I do the transaction?
Transactions will be for you.
No, I'm gonna give you my credit card, my private credit card, for you to go and take and pay with my.
We're trying to help you.
How's that helping me?
Call corporate office. I'm sorry.
Okay, I need a card. Do you have a card for them?
I sure can.
That'd be great.
So I'm going to give you some of her other political views in just a moment. But Cenk, I mean, I feel like I give cashiers my bank information every single time I check out. Like that's part of the checkout process, right?
Yeah. Look, Karen's looking for trouble. And so the only question is whether it's just purely politically driven or if she's looking to cash in by doing a lawsuit. She thinks she's clever. She found something in the law like, oh, if I have a condition, I don't have to tell you what it is, and you have to let me in, and you have to do it without a mask. And I know you're not going to do it without a mask. Ha ha ha, I'm going to be rich, right? In reality, like what the guy's going to take your credit card, run in what? Make a duplicate or somehow steal your information, and then while he's handing you back the bananas and lettuce that you got, plus the really private thing you were going to buy at Gelson's, then he's going to give you the credit card back. But meanwhile, the manager has the duplicate copy of the credit card and has stolen all your information. None of that is going to happen. No, you're obviously trying to instigate here. It's the most obvious thing in the world. So just go do whatever you're going to do, okay? Just have at it, Hoss.
And look, it's about showing that you care about other people's lives because you're wearing that mask to prevent the spread of coronavirus. And these essential workers don't get paid much. At Gelson's, I asked to see if they get any hazard pay. They only get an additional $2 an hour in hazard pay. And based on what the employees told me, they're not too thrilled about the health care they receive through their employer. And so they're getting paid very little to put their lives on the line so you can go in there and buy whatever it is that you need for your household. And it's so crazy that this story broke. I mean, I'm sure this is happening all throughout the country. But over the weekend, when my mom was discharged from the hospital, she called me and asked me to make her favorite soup. So I go to the grocery store to pick up all of the products I needed for it. And the man in front of me was at the cash register checking out, was not wearing a mask. And the cashier just politely asked him once to please wear a mask. That's all she said, please wear a mask. He just starts yelling at her and berating her. And this is an older woman, very sweet, very polite, soft-spoken. And it was gross watching this man berate her and bully her because she had the audacity to ask him to wear a mask. And so I shamed him. I was like, oh, hey, everybody, look at this guy who has absolute disregard for other people's lives. And then everyone else jumped in and told him to wear his mask. And he got irate and was later, removed from the store. But this is not cute. It's not funny. You're messing with other people's lives, and it's just not okay. And this is the kind of I think this is American culture. Not everyone falls under this category, But I think Americans have been, conditioned to think about themselves as individuals and nothing more. We're not a collectivist society. We don't have any compassion or concern for others. And we reject being told what to do, especially by people in positions of authority. And it's a disastrous culture to have when you really need all hands on deck cooperating and complying in order to really get a handle on this virus.
So this has become an extreme form of individualism, which not only says that you should have freedom and liberty to do what you want as an individual, but also no one else matters. Don't worry about the feelings, the health, or of anyone else, because there is no community, and it's, every man for himself. And if you step on the other person while getting ahead, that's actually a positive trait. That means you're more clever, you're more rugged as an individual. And so this is just a demonstration of that way of thinking and of that culture. So look, here, I'll give you a kind of an absurd extreme example. But if I was going to an extremist fundamentalist church and they believed something that wasn't even true and was obviously not true, they said, hey, Cenk, if you don't put on a cross before you come into this church, Beelzebub is going to capture all of our souls. And so you'll have condemned us to eternity in hell. Would I walk in without a cross? I hope some of you who don't believe in religion and think it's funny and mock it, etc., I hope that you wouldn't walk in, even though it's not true, but they think it's true. And so that would really cause them significant distress. I wouldn't walk in without the cross. I'd say, oh, sure, I'll put on a cross as long as it gives you guys comfort. Doesn't mean I'm a Christian, but like that just simple sense of like, I don't want to upset these people for no reason is enough. Even if you're wrong in this case and think there is no coronavirus, it's a witch hunt, it's a hoax, it's meant to, to bash Trump. Even if you believed all that stuff that isn't remotely true, you should still wear a mask because you care about other people. But they don't. In fact, they make a big show about not caring about anyone else but themselves.
Well, there is one thing that she does care about, and it's going after anyone who seems to be in a good mood. And that's what you're about to see in the next clip.
This is Shelley Lewis. I'm at Dana Point, Gelson's. So if anybody wants to shop here, you have to have a mask. And here is the policies, which state that they will shop for me, take my money, my private credit card, and utilize that. I'm going to just let them go do that. So no, I'm not. I'm not going to do that. But you're pretty chipper. You're pretty chipper, huh? You're happy?
Why not?
Why are you happy?
Normally I'm a bartender and I wouldn't have a job.
Yeah. Well, good. I mean, I'm glad you guys think it's okay to like infringe on people's rights here. You're infringing on people's rights. Sorry?
I'm sorry I can't help you, but that's the number for a corporate office.
Okay, what's your name?
Okay, my name is Ben.
Ben? Okay, Ben. All right, thanks.
All right.
Thanks, Ben.
No, I love that guy. I love that guy, and he put me in a good mood.
Yeah. She views individualism as so paramount that not only does she not care about the health and well-being of anyone else or the thoughts and feelings, etc., of anyone else. God forbid you should care about anybody's feelings. But she's upset that anyone else near the building is happy. Right?
It's incredible.
If the guy was doing it to spite her, then I get it, right? Okay, then you're having it, that's his way of saying, aha. No, that dude's super happy to have a job. He's dancing along and etc. And it doesn't have anything to do with her. But she just can't stand anyone else not complying with her demands for their lives.
So I just want to end this story by noting, aside from the videos that you've seen, she's also crazy. She's a flat earther. She also thinks that contact tracing is some sort of conspiracy, so the government can put you in lockdown or monitor you. Listen, Lewis, I got some, news for you. The government is monitoring you, okay? The Trump administration has expanded the government watch list to include U.S. citizens who haven't done anything wrong, and he can do that without obtaining any type of warrant or speaking to a judge. That's the real issue, and it's not a conspiracy. That is literally what's happening right now. So while she's over there harassing workers who are getting underpaid, considering how much risk they're putting their lives in to do what they're doing, she should really just sit down and read anything other than InfoWars to, maybe be a little more informed about how the government is actually abusing its power.
But Anna, to be fair, I had a couple of cousins go on a cruise, and they did fall off the edge of the earth, which is they never came back. So I don't know how you explain that.
Thanks for watching The Young Turks. Really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.